Hello traders, John at StockBookie.com. Today we're looking at the SPY, the IWM, the Qs, the DIA, the IYT, the USO, the UUP, and the GLD. We follow the daily, weekly, monthly time frames. We use technical analysis here at StockBookie.com. If you like these videos, sign up at StockBookie.com for the free membership. You'll get email alerts to videos like this, live streaming sessions, and trade ideas. A little bit of education coming up as well. So go there, sign up. Make sure the emails aren't going into spam. I'm getting some emails saying, hey, I'm not getting emails. I've signed up. So check your spam folder and then go from there. All right, let's get right to the daily spider, guys. 95 cents up on the day, kind of shaking and baking. But towards the late afternoon, 2:30 session, the market started pulling back a little bit. Now we're just chopping around after hours, no big deal. But we did pull back a little bit at the end, so that's something to keep an eye on. Again, no, nothing wrong with the SPY. A little bit weak yesterday. Held the 50 MA, still above these, still in a bullish stance with the sideways action. But, you know, coming from a high pivot and this failed, they got to bring it right back up, get above here, and then shoot for the all-time high, and then go for the 245, 250 area. So, you know, pretty much you got to get this thing going. If we start going sideways, then we'll possibly be setting up for lower prices. So right now we're waiting for pattern. But, you know, doesn't rule out we can't sell tomorrow. Haven't had a good Friday sell-off in a while, so keep an eye on that. Watch volume, 106 million on the day, where yesterday I believe we had 177 million after hours. So we had a hell of a lot more yesterday than we did today. But again, pretty good action in this thing today. We ended up putting some trades on. We took some off. Hopefully you're getting the trade alerts and all that good stuff. And things have been going well, guys. We've been covering positions, trying to every day, and just one at a time, guys. IWM still below this trend line. They tried though. Look at that. Came right back into it, pulled back. Still, you know, 49 cents on the day, 0.36% up. Not too good of a showing for the IWM. We did talk about the bearish pattern. It's starting to play out. Let's see if this thing's going to hang around here and go sideways and possibly retrace. Then maybe the next step down. If you're bullish, got to go right back up here, get above these pivots, and then shoot for the all-time highs here, which is 141.82. So let's see if we can reverse out. If we get a nice reversal and you end up closing up in here, that's pretty good if you're bullish. If you're bearish, you want to stay down in this area, chop around, chop around. If it does that, then we're possibly setting up for lower prices. So look out for that on the IWM. And again, IWM is slightly lagging these markets, so just beware of that, as well as the IYT. Let's look at the Qs. The Qs, we had a nice pullback yesterday, nice retrace back up. Let's see if we can retrace a little bit more. We did start to add a put position. I haven't put any option trades out there until today. Go check it out, sign up, and it's just I go real small, guys. Buy some puts. I believe it's let's see here. I think it's a 130. It's a 136 May 26 put. It's at 66 cents. I think it closed at 70 cents, so it's a little bit in the money. We're going to keep an eye on this one. If this starts going up tomorrow, we might just exit, but we'll see what happens. If we get a nice pullback, I'm looking for 50%, guys. If we get 100, even better. But that's all. I'm looking for small gains and get in and get out. So positions that I'm upside down in my swing trades, this one trade here, if we make 500 bucks, 600 bucks, boom, we're out. So keep an eye on this one. We're up a little bit after hours. So if you took the trade, it's at StockBookie.com. All right, let's go. Again, nothing wrong. Back bud, 20 MA. Let's see if we chop around. If we start chopping around, like I said, we're going to have to cut that position and not even mess around. So we'll see what happens tomorrow's action. Still bullish, though, guys. Still, you know, we had a good sell day here, but we had a good comeback day today, 119 up, 0.87%. You know, the Googles were going up, the Amazons, the Netflixes, you know, all the high flyers, the Apples, you know, they had to get everything going. But JPM was negative today, so keep an eye on that. Again, if you're in the Qs with us, just let's see what we can get tomorrow. Again, if we get 50% or start getting there, you got to chisel some off. That's what we're doing. All right, so just take it slow and steady. If we get 100, I'm done with the trade. If it goes up, I don't care. But if it goes down, I don't have a big position. We'll have to see how this thing goes. You know, this is it's a weekly option. Little bit more interesting when you play those. So DIA, same thing. 49 cents up, or 0.24. It was a weaker one today. Again, falls down, still below the MAs. Let's see if it can hold. Bullish, you got to get back above, attack the all-time highs, and keep going. You know, and then, you know, maybe 211. We'll see what happens at 211.59, and then 215, 220, and then the trend line up here. Let's pull that a little further. Yeah, because now we're consolidating. So we got below the trend line. So I'm just going to stick this one up in here. You're looking at the 223 area, 220. So let's see if this can get back above if you're bullish and then keep going. If you're bearish, you just want to just keep going sideways and then stair step and boom, boom, and then one step at a time. But again, either way, good bullish pattern. It could go up or down. So if you are long, just protect it. You don't want to you don't want to get yourself caught and all of a sudden this thing's 184 bucks, 180 bucks down in here. You want to make sure you lock in some profits. And if you're short, same thing. You start getting in the money, just protect it or trail it. Just like if this starts going up, trail it. But I think, I don't know. With this pattern failing and coming in, we still got to wait for pattern, but let's see what it brings us in the next couple days. Again, volume wasn't too bad today on here, but, even on the sell day, they had a little more volume. So, gosh, and that's all they could get with 66 million, guys. All right, that's interesting. So. All right, the IYT. This is the other one, guys. This has got to get going. I mean, we almost kissed the 200 today. It bounced up, but it came right back in intraday action. So big red bar going sideways. This could be possibly setting up for lower prices. Again, the IYT has to lead. Can't lag. Right now, it is lagging. So keep an eye on that. Volume wasn't bad. It was a little bit less than yesterday, but pretty good volume. They came in here. Someone tried to hold this thing up. We did have 911,000 on the day. Almost at a million. Woo-woo! So keep an eye on the IYT. Let's see if we retrace or if we just go sideways and set up for the next leg down. This is what we're looking for. If we retrace, get back above the trend line, then you're doing okay. If you're bull, you got to get above the MAs. If you get above the MAs up in here in this trend line, then maybe upward action. But just keep a close eye on this one, and we'll see where this is going to go, waiting for this pattern here on the daily chart. All right, let's go into the USO. USO, only 7 cents up. We talked about this bullish pattern. Overall, slightly bearish. Now it's setting up bullish. So now you're starting to get a 40% chance this might go up. 40, I wouldn't say it's a 50-50 because it's still down sideways in this channel until it breaks above the 50 MA and this pivot here around 1044. Then we'll see what's happening. And you got 1057 and the big area is around 1081 and the $11 area. So let's see if this thing can build up some steam to pop up. Or does this pattern just fail and come right back in? Right now, no problem. Still above the 20 MA. Has to get above the 50. I'd like to see a couple more days of consolidation, maybe in the next week, and then the pop. If it doesn't do that, if it kind of pops on Monday or tomorrow, then let's see if it gets some follow through. If not, then this thing might roll over and go lower. So keep an eye on this one. Right now, it's slightly bullish, but it could go either way on the retrace. I still think it could possibly get up into here, maybe higher, but let's see what this pattern brings us in the next couple trading days. All right, let's look at the UUP. The UUP, right into that trend line there, it did hold, guys. So and it bounced up and it came right back in, almost filled the gap, and again down sideways. Let's see what this brings us. Right now, just wait for pattern, guys. I'm still thinking that we're going down to the 25. I'd love to see this gap fill around 24.33. I don't think there's around 24 bucks isn't bad, but again, that's far away. Got to wait one day at a time. Let's see what the next week or so gives us a pattern, or does it just keep going down? So keep an eye on the dollar. Right now is up a little bit. Dollar up though. We had oil up still. And I think gold was down a little bit, so that's interesting. So oil's kind of connected to the dollar up, kind of doing its own thing. So keep an eye on that trade as well. But down, let's see if we continue sideways, setting up for lower patterns. Bullish, you got to get back above the MAs here, attack this trend line. If you get above that trend line, it could be a trend line breakout. So either way, if you're bullish or bearish right now, looks like it's going down, but kind of here. And it popped up. It was like, ooh, it's starting to set up, and then boom, right back down. So be careful. Let this thing set up. Let's see what it's going to do with giving us the next pattern. All right, let's get into the GLD. GLD had a little bit of a pullback today. Nothing crazy. Right back into the moving averages. So let's hope these things hold up. I'd hate to get back below it again like we were, but honestly, maybe we do. It's down a little bit after hours, but right now we're holding on to. Looks like the 50 and the 20 MA and the 200, it's below. But so, you know what? Let's just see what tomorrow brings. Right now, I like that we had a little bit of a retrace. Let's go sideways. Let's build up some pressure so we could pop through this all-time high in this trend line and start making new 52-week highs, hopefully around 135 or so. But again, one day at a time, guys. Let's get above these areas of resistance or get back above, and then we'll take it from there on the GLD. You know, I still like this trade for long. We're still long in this one from the 110.50 area, and doing okay. Let it go up. I'm still thinking we get the 124, 125. If not, if that you know, gives it up, man, I think we could go to the 130 area. So there's a lot of resistance coming up in here. So I think I guess if we get to the 125, 126, I'll probably be done with the trade. But again, you know, just plugging away here. This is the key. That trend line breaks and gold's breaking down, which this will be interesting. Good head and shoulder too. So if this thing comes down, this is a head and shoulder, we might be exiting this trade. Gosh, if that happens, that's telling me the market's going lower. So, all right, keep an eye on that. Let's see if we can get to higher prices. Let's hope we could get above this head right here around 123. If we do that, then this head and shoulder will be off the table. But my gosh, if this thing comes back down, guys, gold easily 107, if not lower. So beware of this pattern here. Looking at this now on the daily too. So and it's a pretty good head and shoulder, almost right shoulder development. Let's see where this thing goes. And we're going up into this trend line. Wow, this will be interesting, guys. All right, keep an eye on that pattern. Let's go to the Jnug real quick. Jnug, what were we, down $2? Yeah, we talked about this one, guys. People taking profits. Remember, if you got in here around 14 and now it's $20, $21, that's a hell of a trade. Take some money. So people are probably taking profits here. Let it come back in. If it comes back in to 15 or so, if you're not long on this one, you could probably take a stab around the 15 to the lows, which is 13.72. If that cracks, then I would expect lower prices. But I like the price action in here. Still, I don't like this today's action, but we got to take what it gives us. Still bullish above the 20 MA. If it gets back below the 20 MA, then you got to rethink this one and just tighten the stops. You don't want to get caught and it comes right back down and then possibly goes lower. So beware of this one. If you were lucky enough to get down here, you know, around 14.21, $14 or whatever that was, take some off. The T should have been taking it off right here, right at this gap fill, right at the $20.81. So just tighten the stops. Don't ruin a good trade, guys. That's all I'm saying here. I don't mean to be crass or anything, but XJ. But you know, I don't want to sugarcoat anything either. So again, nice little doji too. You know, we had a doji here, it didn't reverse, but this one, a little more volume, came up, filled the gap though. That was one of the keys. Boom, right back in. Now this is just chop around, setting up for the higher prices. We'll see if it comes back into this area down in here. Then just let's keep an eye for double bottom. I'd love it to come down in here because then maybe I'll take a stab at this one. We almost did here. Not the Jnug, not this one, but gosh, we would have had the $4 or $5. We would have been done. Actually, on 2 or 3, we would have been done. So, but anyways, you know, always after the fact's easy to trade. So, all right, guys, that's it for today. Again, if you're not a member at StockBookie.com, or if you're not getting emails and you're signed up, check your spam folder. I don't know what you do, but I had a couple guys emailed me today and saying, "Hey, I signed up. I haven't seen anything from you for 2 weeks." And it's like, wow, I've been sending out a lot of emails lately, guys. So if you're not getting any emails, then they're going into spam, and it's going to come from team@stockbookie.com, I believe it is, or it's just going to say team or something like that. So, all right, guys. Again, go sign up. It's free. What do you have to lose? You'll lose some. We're doing technical analysis here, guys. Trying to see where these charts are going. So far, this GLD trade's good, or the Jnug trade's really good. So we had a couple mealy. That one came in like a beast today. We did Jack in the Box. We did Children's Place. Oh my gosh, that was the most epic trade ever. If you stuck around here today, check this trade out, guys. I sent out the email. No, PLCE. Sorry about that, guys. But look at this trade. Look at that. I sent out the email right at 124. Short this thing pre-market or short it at 124. Look at that. 124 to 1. It closed at 111 today. Epic trade. So I hope you guys got that one there. We've been playing a lot of these gap and craps, or at least I have. But this is one I sent out to my members right before the open, and it actually went even a little higher. You could have got it at 125. And what was the high today? 124.90. So 124 was a good price. Boom, 90 cents out of the money, and then a whatever $14 drop. All right, guys. Thanks again for watching my videos. God bless. See you on the charts.